I don't know what happened there, but what's going on? We had a little technical malfunction, but we're good to go. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to ANR Weekly Episode 75. We got some awesome topics to get into. So glad that you're joining us, whether you're consuming us on YouTube or on our podcast platforms. Thank you so much. Hit that plus button on our podcast platforms, iTunes, Spotify. Follow us on our social medias at ANR Universe and subscribe to our YouTube channel because it will make our day when you do all of those things and do all of them all at once. Okay. Another person that makes my day on this show, he is from the upside down world. He is my friend D. Too bad we can't invert your.
I was like, I don't know how to play off that. I was gonna feel.
Yeah, just flips upside down, right?
Just try to do a handstand.
Hello, sir. How are you? 75 episode, man.
Is it?
I know I started this, but it was just me in a wall. So
yeah,
I didn't think we were gonna get to 70. Like, I honestly, 75. If somebody said to me when I first started episode 1 that you're gonna get to 75, and I'll be like, you're crazy, because I don't even know if 10 is gonna get there, right? So it was awesome to have you come on board. You immediately made this podcast a million times better. I appreciate you coming on. It would have
it's
been
nice
really
that you can talk to someone other than yourself.
exactly right. I was losing my mind. It was like me and Wilson.
It's the tennis ball or the volleyball beside you.
We also appreciate we have evolved. Like we went from strictly doing podcasts, now to doing lives. We have evolved, and we're going to continue to evolve. There's going to be a whole bunch of things they're going to be adding as we go along to the big 100 and more. One of the things we love is when people send us messages on our lives, or we get comments on our videos after it's posted on YouTube. We appreciate that. We really want to focus on the podcast side of things as well. We want to get people to follow us and like us and save us on their their preferred podcast platform. So make sure to hit that plus button on the wherever your podcast platform has it, and listen to us every week. We got a good show today. But before we begin our show, we always talk about what we watched and what we got. Take it away, D.
I went toy hunting, but I didn't really find anything. I did get the Havoc figure through a trade, and our good friend Andrew went and collected it for me, so I have to go grab it from him. But unfortunately, come to think of it, nothing new is really on shelves that we have.
What? You got nothing this week?
No, man. Like what?
Wow.
Everything new that came out, I already got.
Okay.
So
you're way ahead of the game.
I'm not even. I'm not even. I think I'm the last one.
You got inside knowledge on where you can get the stuff fast.
No, I don't. I need. I pick and choose. I'm not a completionist, so I'm lucky like that. I can save my money.
Lies.
But as for what I watched, well, the usual, The Boys, Umbrella Academy, and some of Stranger Things. I binged a little bit of old shows from the 90s.
Like what?
Well, there's Home Improvement we started. Oh, this isn't from the 90s, but Tim Allen's other show, is it Last Man Standing? You've been watching that a little bit?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. I was thinking of watching Family Matters. I don't know why. I just had an urge to see Steve Urkel and Carl Winslow. But I feel like I would get tired of that real fast. And the new stuff out, I'm not really sure. I need something to just focus my mind on. I need a bingeable show. So if anyone has any recommendations, please let me know. Other than the obvious 3 that I just mentioned.
King Koopa says, "Sup, fellas." Hello, King Koopa. I love his logo. I love it.
That's the cartoon one.
Yeah, I love it. That's cool.
What about you? You must have got stuff.
Yeah, I did get some wrestling figures. Some wrestling figures from Ringside Collectibles. I predominantly collect their Ultimate line from WWE. So I was very, very happy to get a Brock Lesnar. So I got him. If I can just open that, bring that here. So Brock Lesnar with the WWE title belt there, the red one, couple of alt faces. I absolutely love this line because they give you a ton of accessories, hands, face, belt, or accessories. I love it. I've got every single one of them that I've wanted. Um, in the whole thing, I think I've only have two missing. I have oh, we have Johnny number cinco. Sup, dudes? Sup, dudes to you too. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate that.
Does he have a robot image?
What does he have? Let's see.
Oops, sorry. Oh yeah, it is Johnny Five. He's alive. Okay, I saw.
dude. Look at what are the odds? Well, this is the wrong shirt. Never mind.
That's fine. But you have one, right?
I have one. I have.
I've done that too. I've seen people with the shirt I have, like,
yeah.
oh, nice shirt, and like, thanks.
I
and
have
like,
that shirt.
I'm not even wearing it, but I get too excited and I jump the gun.
Look how excited we got because somebody in the chat came said hi to us.
Yeah,
that's what we do here.
I like these old school references.
Yeah,
I
love it. I love
movies. King Koopa.
I'm actually gonna watch that with my youngest because he loves 80s music movies.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna watch it with him. Maybe my oldest son will like it too. I'll ask him. But
is he the type to appreciate it or to be like, okay, this is too outdated?
Or no, he'll laugh. He loves Family Matter. He'll laugh. He doesn't care about all that stuff. No.
Okay.
He just loves the.
No, some kids. Are.
Hey Omar, how you doing? Hope the day is going well for you. Yeah, I mean, this is this is what's so awesome. When we started going live, and then we have people come and say hello to us. I don't know about you, but it makes my day when people come say hello, like Omar, Johnny, and King Koopa have. It makes my day. It makes me feel awesome. What we do, and I love answering questions that is obviously pop culture related. I love answering those questions. It kind of lets us segue to other topics sometimes, right?
That's why I like it. I like conversating with people. So
yeah, exactly. Going back to what else did I get? Well, I had to get I'm just a sexy boy. Shawn Michaels. There you go. Your favorite, right? Probably one of your favorites. Because you are like him, like very flamboyant and stuff, You just
That's me. That's me. The guy in all black and gray.
Yeah, I got those. I'm really happy about getting Shawn Michaels. I love that figure. It looks awesome. I did get from all the way, I believe, Ireland. Bang Bang Comics, I believe is the place. Can't remember exactly, but not a sponsor. But got some Star Wars figures. I've got the Scout Trooper Carbonite. Don't ask me why I went all the way down there to get it when you could get it locally at your store.
How's how's this shipping? I don't know. I'm not throwing shade on it.
The only reason why I got this bulk is because they had some of the exclusives, and I didn't want to chase around exclusives. Like, for example, like this guy right here, right? General Grievous from the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
He was a pain. I've never actually seen him in any stores here. I'm sure he's readily available now. But at the time, I didn't want to take the risk of not getting him, so I just lumped everything into there. All the exclusives that are in Canada hard to get.
Sometimes it's just easier to do it that way. Like,
yeah, I didn't want a headache of chasing them. Sometimes there are a million of them sitting around, and you're like, oh, why did I even worry about it? But there's always the one that's like very hard to get, and you're like, I don't want to drive to 5 stores to look for this thing, right?
Yeah.
So when the opportunity came to get all the exclusives into one pile, that's what I did. I just put everything in one pile and had it sent over. Omar says, you guys have a great channel. We appreciate that. Look at that, D.
That's nice of you to
I appreciate that. All right. What did I watch? Well, I watched Umbrella Academy.
Isn't it hard when you can spend hours watching something and then someone asks you like,
yeah.
What did I do? Like that's
the weeks are getting more and more blurry for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm old, right? Maybe. But I watched Umbrella Academy. I've almost done it. I believe I'm one episode away from finishing it. I also watched Superman and Lois.
It has getting better.
It is getting better. It ended last week, a season finale, and it was great.
Oh, okay.
Well, let me finish. It was great because they reduced the other storylines.
Oh, okay.
See how that works? when
Yeah.
you actually focus on Superman in a Superman show,
Yeah.
it generally gets better. It's a crazy concept, isn't it? Like, so for me, it got a lot better. There were some parts where I had to forward through because I was like, no, I can't watch all this. But yeah, the last 2 episodes were good. Is it going to get me back? Well, we'll see. I'll see season is it 3? Yes, season
But
3, I
oh,
believe.
3 seasons. Okay, I was just about to ask that. What season is
Yeah.
coming up?
But it might not even this might have been the last episode because CW is for sale. So this might have been it. They might cancel the show. And we'll
I don't
get
know.
into
Was that their moneymaker though?
I don't know if they're a moneymaker if that's the show or not, but it's the only one I think it had some decent ratings.
Yeah.
I don't know about all the other shows. They were just falling off the earth. Is that show what's that one with the lightning bolt guy from
Oh,
DC?
Black Lightning. I think
Is that
that.
even around the show?
I think that finished.
Yeah, it finished in a hurry, didn't it?
I think what they did is they got fed up and they merged. I'm not going to spoil it. They just like we need to get rid of this. So
oh man, it's crazy out there, CW. But yeah, I watched that. Stranger Things. I finished it. Got a chance to watch it yesterday, so I finished it. Speaking of that, on Wednesday we're going to pre-record. I don't know who Justin's in. One of our other members. Are you in?
I'm going to try.
Okay.
I
you let us
realized like oh this season's I think 13 hours total, and then the last episode's 2.5 hours. Like,
It goes by but it goes by quick.
Yeah.
I
I'm
thought
just
it was
like physically, I don't know if I can logistically do it unless I get a time.
I thought the same way because I
Yeah.
looked at the time. It was like 8:30 at night, and it's a Sunday night, and I'm like, do I want to commit to another 2 hours of this and make this at 10:30? I had other things to do,
Yeah.
right? But I played it, and it went by smooth, and that's something that I want to talk about on the full review of season 4. It was, I don't want to give away too much, but it went down pretty smooth.
Yeah. I'm not complaining. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, I can't make it. It's just like, I'll throw on a cartoon now and I'll fall asleep. Like, I don't know if it's because I'm old. Before I used to stay up till like 6 a.m. watching TV. No,
I can't do that, man. I can't do that. My
I can't
body's
do it
like,
anymore.
are you
I can't do
nuts?
it anymore either.
My body's like, shut up and go to bed.
Yeah.
You crazy. But yeah, so I watched that. I didn't get to watch The Boys. I'm watching it tonight after we finish our podcast.
Okay. You didn't start it yet?
No, I was trying
the first
to, but
episode felt long to me.
no, I started the season. I'm up to date.
I see. Okay.
I just missed the last week's episode.
Yeah.
I've watched every single one as they
I
come
see.
around. So I've been up to date with that. I can't say nothing negative about that show. It is fantastic. It is the best show for me right now on streaming platform. It is a very close neck and neck, and we'll talk about our
One of our topics.
Yeah, one of our topics. We're gonna get into it in a second. We'll get into it, but yeah, that is what I watched this week. I can't remember anything else that I watched, but yeah, let's get into our first awesome topic, which is always toy talks. So let's start it off.
So what I was excited about, I don't know who brought it up. It's obviously NECA, and it's obviously Ninja Turtles. You. And it was the Utrons and Casey Jones. Now I can break my rule because these are comic book versions and not the toon versions. So obviously I'm gonna get 7. I'm gonna get 7 Utrons, and I'm gonna get some Casey Joneses.
You're gonna get set? Are you kidding me?
They need an army.
Wow.
What are they gonna do? Have one? They're gonna fight one Utron? Come on.
This is for everybody that's watching us or listening to us.
I don't know.
This is huge. I've never had him say in the time that I've known him, I've never had him army build. This is massive.
That's true.
We've never had you say that you want an army build or even had an army build. Do you have an army build right now in your collection?
No, I don't.
Man, we gotta take pictures of you opening this stuff up.
Just like hoarding.
Yeah, I want to see this. I think everybody in the ANR universe wants to see this.
I'm hoping that they don't
have you ordered all of them already?
No. I'm gonna do that today.
Can you order me one of each?
Yeah.
No, I'll order it myself, but just tell me where you order it then.
Yeah, I'll find. We'll delegate after because I made
Yeah.
the mistake of buying our Super Seven Turtles, and then they didn't show up until later, and then we got them earlier because you bought them. Like, it's a
Oh,
whole
speaking
ordeal.
of that,
Yeah.
I got an email from Big Bad Toy Stores, not a sponsor. They are sending my Super 7 Raphael with the trench coat. It's an
Oh,
exclusive.
I forgot about that one. That one I
Yeah,
forgot about.
it's an exclusive, and they said they're sending it. So can't wait for that. I'm
That's
excited.
nice.
Yeah, it's pretty
Did
cool.
you? I was gonna ask if you opened them, but I remembered I saw your little
Yeah, I
setup,
did. I opened up
your
all my
pictures.
Super
Yeah.
7s. I have a Leo that I want to give away eventually, Super 7 Leo. Uh, we are going to give away, we already have a winner for our SH Figure Arts Luke. Um, so I'm going to announce it on our next video that we drop, action and figure review video that we do. We're going to mention the person, and they just have to contact us, and we will send out that figure to them. So, yeah, I mean, watch our videos. If you're listening to us or you're watching us, go to our YouTube channel when we drop a video, action figure review video. We're gonna always have a prize to give away every month. So subscribe and leave a comment and tell us, if you want that prize or not. Because some people just, they don't collect certain things. We found out they don't collect certain lines, and we try to give away something. They're like, "Well, we love to get it, but we don't really collect that line." We're like, "Okay."
That's
So
fair.
if we mention the figure that we're gonna give away and you want it, just say, I would love to have that figure, something like that. Don't have to be rude and say, give me that figure or get over here. We don't need any of that. But yeah, just let us know, and then we'll put you in the list, and we'll randomly select the winner every month to win a cool prize.
Oh, speaking of that, I think last episode maybe someone was trying to find a Sentinel Peter B. Parker. They are
Yeah.
re-releasing it. It was an
Yes.
Alex. So if you see this,
Yes,
I would
Alex.
check your
Yes.
I would check your sites again, your sources. Big Bad Toy Store, maybe Ami Ami.
Isn't it weird that they're only re-releasing him and not Miles?
Yeah, they yeah.
Right? It's just so weird. They keep re-releasing him, but not Miles.
Maybe he sold out that fast, and maybe there's a lot of
Or maybe there's still
demand.
a lot of Miles around in GameStop, because I remember they started getting them
Yeah,
like 6 months later. But yeah, I would love to get my hands on another Miles, just because I think I've lost some of the pieces for it. So I would
really?
love to.
Did it take a tumble?
I don't know what it did, but I've lost to him with the holding the cell phone one.
It gave you the neck joint, right? The add-on.
I bought one.
Okay.
I bought one, so I was able to get. I can't remember the Instagram, and I'm so bad at this. I wish I could remember, but they sold an alt Peter B. Parker head with a neck joint for him as well, and an neck joint for.
Figure fix.
Yes, thank you. That's what it is. So I got the package from them last week. So I have the neck joints plus the old head.
That makes a huge difference. I was surprised.
Really? Is it
Yeah.
easy to just? Is it pop on, pop on? That's it.
Yeah. I boiled some water. I dipped the neck in, and then I just pulled it out.
Okay, sweet. I'll do that. Yeah. I mean, these. I don't know. We went off topic
Oh
so
yeah,
fast.
sorry. These look
These look
beautiful.
these look phenomenal. I think this is my favorite Casey Jones of the animated look.
Yeah, I do like the cartoon one because it obviously looks like the cartoon, but this one has the other one had the neon colors, the neon green or puke
Yeah,
green or
yeah,
whatever you
yeah,
call it.
yeah.
This one's just muted and like I can put him in my display.
It looks so good.
Yeah,
Oh man, the removable mask with the face there too as well.
yeah,
That's awesome. Less accessories though, right?
it seems to be.
Because I think the animated one had way more gear in his bag. I think so. Could be wrong. What about the robot here?
The Wukong guy, I like him. There's not much to say about it. I'm
But if
just
you're army
curious.
building him, is there going to be a lot of Krang?
No, okay, well they're like they invade, so they're like a race.
Oh, okay, okay. Did not
Yeah,
know
so
that.
in the comics there's more than one.
Ah, okay. See, I learned something new today.
But
Look
I'm
at that.
curious how the quality will be in the joints
Well,
and
you're
all
gonna have to
that.
heat it up or
Yeah,
boil it.
that's why I was like, do I want to army
Run.
build one that's just gonna just snap to pieces? I'll be so angry. My first army build is just garbage.
Oh man, I love the old head, the damaged head there.
Yeah.
That looks pretty dope.
I like the promo shots they do. They had one where he's just disassembled in pieces, and
I'm
the
probably gonna
paper on the
only get
face.
4. I'm not army building more than 4, so I'm just gonna get 4, and I'm content with that.
That's fair.
I'm running out of room. I
Yeah, I was gonna be
army,
like, you don't even have anywhere to put them,
yeah,
so that's okay.
yeah. Even the army builds that I have right now, like the 12 troopers of each color, I'm gonna drop them down to like probably 6 or something. So yeah. All
On
right,
the
what else we got?
topic of turtles, we discovered this third party, and I was like, oh, okay, what is this? Because his head was covered at the time, and then I saw the tail. I was like, oh, sick! It's the Furry Toy Splinter. Now,
Man, this looks so good.
the good and bad. It looks beautiful,
Oh,
obviously.
don't
This is
ruin
I
it.
no, I'm not like obviously this looks fantastic. Even though it's a prototype, like it
I
looks
know what
so
you're gonna
cool.
say.
But previously
Previously on X-Men,
they had pre-orders for this dude. And
he's coming. Okay, they just
yeah, I was like, what is this
okay.
coming out?
What do
What
you
is this
want from
coming
them?
out?
Come on.
I'm not like mad about it. Like I'm not demanding they I'm just curious, like, will this be 2026 where we get the complete set? Because they showed him off, and then they showed, which is cool, they showed the assembly of this. So this was just a guy doing his hobby, and then he mass produced them, and they showed the finished product of Donatello. They don't have him for pre-order yet, but then they went ahead and gave us Leatherhead.
2 Leatherheads.
Yeah, two different versions of Leatherhead
One was
before we
Big
got
Bad
to
Toy Store
yeah,
exclusive.
yeah. So I don't know. I'm concerned on that aspect. Like, how long before I get the brothers united?
I think
But
all
beggars
the
can't be choosers.
these are fair questions to ask. Anytime when you have a company, especially a third party company like this, who don't have the ability to mass produce, people are gonna get worried. Are they gonna be able to bring these out? Is the quality gonna be vastly different from everyone's Donatello's and Leo's? Because small companies have a hard time with quality control, right? And the other issue is, are you even going to get it? And when are you going to get it?
Yeah,
Right? Which is
because
the main thing right now. And I believe these guys can get it to us in our hands in a reasonable amount of
they're on
time.
reputable sites.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. For Big Bad Toy Store to allow them to give an exclusive or even partner up with them, it's a good sign. It's a good sign that they know this company and they believe this company can see it through. The other question though is it is infringing on copyright. Let's not, let's not lie about this here. Like they don't have a license to this, do they? Am I missing something here?
Well, there's a reason his name is what, Samurai
There you
Turtle.
go. There you
So
go. Samurai Pizza Cat Leo, right? I
yeah,
mean,
so
there's a reason why
they
there's no
can't
turtle.
actually call. Yeah, they can't call him Leonardo.
So if NECA wanted to, they could, and Super 7, they could go after these guys and shut them down. But would that be bad for business? Maybe, right? What NECA should do and Super 7 should do is make their own versions of these because I know they probably would kill it. I'm surprised they haven't even ventured out this way. We've only got the turtles from NECA as the regular turtles. We haven't got turtles with different options. And there's a million of them you could do. For
Like back in the day,
Mikey's Hawaiian shirt, you could do as one of them, right? Like Super
yeah,
7's done.
back in the day, that's what they were all about. Just ridiculous costumes that not
Yeah.
even ridiculous sometimes. Sometimes it was like armored Leonardo with removable just shoulder pads and whatnot. Just random ideas that didn't see the light of day in cartoons or comic books.
Mm-hmm.
Now I notice in general, a lot of toys don't do that. They focus on things we have seen in comic books, on TV and movies, but they don't take free reign. They don't let their imagination run wild anymore.
Yeah. Well, let's see. I mean, I think once we get Leo in our hands, we're gonna breathe a sigh of relief, and especially if the quality holds up.
Yeah.
From what we've seen, for me, that's it. Like there, if I get this guy in my hands and he looks great, he moves well, there's no loose joints or things don't break off and fall off. Uh, then you know what? I'll be okay with waiting for the other ones to come to me because I'm okay with waiting so long as the wait was worth it.
Yeah.
and I've waited for Mafex for a
That's
long
the
time.
thing too. We've waited for legit companies to do this, so I can't really
Like I've waited over a year and a half for a figure from Mafex. And forget Mafex. What's the other company that I've waited for forever? Super 7.
Do they take a while too?
They take a long time for their stuff too. I've waited over a year for that stuff. So I don't mind waiting, but the product better be good. And Mafex has let me down in the past where I've waited for over a year and a half and then I get it in my hand and I'm like, what is this hot garbage? And I paid $100 for it too.
Our buddy, well, Customs by Matthew, there's no reason to hide his name. He's a very popular guy. You've seen his customs. He had to fix his Captain America right out of the box. Was it the Endgame cap?
I think it broke off, right?
He didn't even, like, he's not a fool. He didn't rip it out of the package. He delicately took it out, probably, because that's how he takes his fingers out. And then the shoulder just gave out. He didn't even get time to pose it. So he had to manually fix it himself, which turned out to be a great success. So I'm happy for him.
That's crazy. Imagine that. Pay $100 for a figure and you get out of the package, it's already broken.
Yeah.
Like, that is nuts.
What else do we have here?
Yeah, what else we got?
Let us see. I'm just in awe of these guys.
Yeah, that looks so good.
You mentioned you pre-ordered these two. Or did you get these two? It was Dende Purunga.
Yeah, so I just pre-ordered these guys today. They were actually announced today officially on their Instagram. They were showing up at the event, the SH Figures Tamashii Nation event, but officially on their IG was announced today. And I believe Hobby Genki, I'm saying that right.
I don't know what you're trying to say. What was it? Hobby
Genki?
Oh, okay, Genki.
Yeah, so not a sponsor. But I was
Listen, we have basically no sponsors. So.
Yeah, exactly. We don't even sponsor each other.
Yeah.
So, but if you're out there, you want to sponsor us, let us know. We would love to get sponsored by somebody so we could be awesome and cool. No, we're already awesome and cool. We don't need a sponsor right now. But yeah, or I pre-ordered these guys, so I can't believe
excited when you saw them. Or
I was like, oh, do I really want these two?
Well, sure, why not? Why not?
Dende looks cute, and Piccolo could use a buddy. Why not? So yeah, got these guys. So I don't know when they're gonna show up though. No idea. I think they said November or something like that.
All right.
But yeah, it was quick though. I mean, the minute they announced it's already available. I'm like, okay, cool.
What else does Bandai have? Let me remove this one. And you also, I totally forgot about the three Spider-Mans, the No Way Homes.
Yeah, that kind of they just kind of slid it in there. They're like, well, not this one,
but like,
so they have the Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, and Tobey Maguire Spider-Man's coming from SH Figure Arts.
Do they have Tobey Maguire? Let's see. Do they have any actual?
I think maybe in Instagram. They don't have an actual picture of the figures. I think on their Instagram they just randomly just had a picture and said all three are coming soon.
Yeah, I'm seeing it now. It was a black image of just like Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, The Amazing Spider-Man. Stay tuned.
Yeah, that's it.
I got excited. I think I will get the Andrew Garfield one.
I think I'm gonna get all three. Wait, do I need all three? Well, they're probably gonna sell it as a 3-pack. Oh,
you think so?
Well, if they're smart, they should, because if they sell it separately, people are gonna pick and choose, and no one's gonna pick Tom Holland.
They might,
because we already had 3 Tom Hollands already made.
Yeah,
actually more than that. They had the hoodie one too.
Yeah.
Why would I want a Tom Holland?
But I don't want to pay for all 3.
Unless they do like some sort of background with all 3 you need to complete it. Like their own version of a BAF, right? There's got to be some way to entice people to buy all 3, because you're going to spend the money to build another, set of figures here. You want people to buy the Tom Holland, unless you give Tom Holland's suit an updated, more accurate look.
But the other one was pretty accurate, no?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, as well as, I don't know. It's going to be different. It's going to be weird. They got to give something in the Tom Holland package, because why? I've already got all 3 of these pictures that you're showing right now. I have all 3 of them. I don't want to buy another one because I don't care for another one.
Yeah.
So for me, it'll just be Andrew and Toby. Then I'm good.
Yeah,
I've got all
exactly. I
three.
was thinking the same thing.
That's what I'm saying. That if they're smart, they might do a 3-pack just to force everybody to buy
Yeah.
all three.
Now, there's not much to say that we don't already like. We know we love those two. We want them. I'm gonna get them. I see no reason not to. I'll get both of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would love
Now,
to get a flag
like the American flag.
with the magnet, the ability to just kind of how,
Oh, I
how
thought you were trying to recreate the scene from Spider-Man 3 where he swings by the American
yeah,
flag
that's
and
what
it
I'm
looked.
saying. No, that's what I'm saying.
I was like, what?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, by the way, happy 4th of July
Oh
to
yeah,
all our neighbors down south. Yeah, hope you guys have had a great 4th of July. Hope you had a
we don't have
barbecue.
that here. We have Canada Day, so
Yeah, we just celebrated Canada Day a couple of days ago. So to all the Canadians, happy Canada Day, eh? So I had a blast. But all right, what else we got here?
so you're talking about buying a whole set. Are you going to get the set of these or just pick and choose?
Oh, this is okay. So I'm in for Simpson figures. I love Simpsons. Like they are so important to me. So I had the Playmates sets way back in the day. I had a million of them. Okay, so with these guys, they're not cheap. Look at the
No, look
price.
at so Ralph and Burns, I believe, are 54
$54.99
American.
USD.
Yeah,
And then you have the two alien dudes, $74.99. That's insane. I don't want to spend that much money on Simpson figures. And they don't have a whole lot of posability where the tentacles move up and down. That's about it.
yeah.
Maybe take the glass off and put the other head in.
At least like Kang and Kodos have different
Yeah,
accessories. I thank God because they could have just re-released the same figure and like there you go, enjoy.
I don't know. I might pass on those two and get Ralph and Burns, and maybe
Oh,
circle back down the road. But that
interesting.
Maggie looks very interesting too.
So I don't know if Michael will be doing that. That's
How come
that's
you
in
guys
talk.
didn't show any anime toys? Only DBZ. I think he's talking about from the event,
Oh, okay.
or maybe from in general. In general.
Now that is a good question. Is that something you and Mike were discussing and pondering?
So there has been discussions about doing an anime only show where we can dive in deeper because there's so much to consume. We can't do it in a show like this where we talk about anime and all the other stuff that we do talk about. We could do snippets of it here and there, especially just like we did the Dragon Ball figure news. So we're thinking that, yeah, like for example, like you said right here, Otaku, like Demon Slayer is awesome, of course, and we would love to get into that. So there has been discussions. What I can tell you is we're working on something like that where we're gonna do an anime show exclusive, and when the news comes around, when we want to launch it, we're gonna get to it and tell you guys about it. So either gonna be a whole new channel, or it's gonna be sort of a segment within this main channel. We're working on something. So yeah, be patient with us. We are working on something to feed the need for our anime fans. Don't we're both anime lovers. We both love anime
I'm
shows.
not even gonna lie. Like my expertise is nowhere near some of the people we have on the team, or probably you.
And I'm happy that he mentioned that because one of the things I did go back and start watching again is My Hero Academia. I actually have
Your son
the
wanted to do it, right?
yeah, I actually have the Netflix Japan, so I'm able to stream it there, and I'm loving it. I'm at the first time around, I didn't give it too much
Yeah.
thought. It was sort of on the background, but I'm loving it right now, and I'm invested in it.
I still have that Crunch or Funimation account that I forgot about. If you ever need to like
Yeah,
go,
yeah, for sure. Well,
yeah,
there's other shows that I might get into
yeah.
it.
Now a question for you. Sorry to segue off, but the
Yeah.
topic came up. Otaku, are you excited for the Trigun trailer? If you did see it,
Yes,
type
I
out
heard
what you
about
think.
that too.
I'm just curious now.
So whether we spawn off an anime exclusive channel or not, there is going to be some anime added to something in our within our parent the brand here. So stay tuned for that.
Which series are you done?
Otaku's asking or
No, I'm
answering your
asking.
question. Right?
I'm
Okay.
asking. He said done the series. I'm curious which one. But while he types that, oh, there's a new Trigun though. Like the new Trigun trailer was just revealed this week.
Yeah, well, I think it was last week.
Was it last week?
Yeah, I remember
Okay.
seeing that.
I
Yeah,
guess it's called Trigun Stampede, and
yeah.
they updated his look. I'm not very fond of his new look at all. It'll probably grow on me, but I'm just curious to see what you think. Um,
You know what? I would love to have them remake again, Escaflowne.
yeah. Oh man, I remember that.
Yeah, I would love them to do a remake of that Escaflowne.
My first introduction was on Fox Kids, and it was kind of weird to me.
Oh
But
yeah,
as an
I remember.
adult, I appreciate a lot of older anime more now.
He said Bleach is coming too as well. That's something that I've never got into, but I heard it's super popular. And yeah, we'll talk about this. Maybe we'll next week. Maybe
Well, see
we'll.
what happened. We just segued
Yeah, we
off.
just totally veered off Simpsons into anime.
That's fine though. It's a good topic. Now
But yeah,
that
we will. I can promise you this, Otaku, that we will um, get into anime at some point very soon. So that's all I can say right now.
and I am
Uh,
watching Hunter x Hunter right now, so
okay, you're
I got
watching.
into it.
Can we get back to Simpsons
Yeah,
now?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Um,
I'm not getting these. Like
you're not getting
I
any of the Simpsons? None of
no,
them.
no. That's just a
Really?
whole can of worms.
What about that salesman that you love? Car
Which one?
salesman.
Oh, Crazy Velclops.
What if they make him?
Then I need to get the others. I can't start that.
I'm gonna
No,
buy.
no, no. Don't be sorry for derailing.
No,
That's
yeah,
just like we
no, we
always do
love
that. We
this.
always do that. We could ask. We do that all the time, and not even because of like we like that kind of stuff.
Everybody that comes on the show here and asks us a question, we're gonna do our best to answer it, and we're gonna do our best to derail ourselves because we love doing that.
We
It's
just have to
fine.
remind ourselves to get back on
Yeah,
track.
get back on
Because
track.
like I was ready to start talking about anime with you and forgot about the podcast. Like, oh, Otaku's. So what animes do you recommend?
Oh yeah, definitely. No, we love people coming here and asking us questions about this kind of stuff. This is awesome. Yeah, so I'm gonna debate on whether I'm gonna get all four, but I am gonna get Ralph and Burns for sure. And go from there.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look up anime figures for next podcast that caught my eye.
Okay,
Just to
sounds
throw
good.
it in. Just to throw it in.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
And then you mentioned Good Smile and TMNT. I didn't see any images,
No images yet.
but I saw this. I'm like, okay, I'll get him. I love this game so much. It's Shovel Knight. It's a
Yeah,
weird dude. It's a weird dude. His weapon of choice is a literal shovel. I don't know what else to say about him. You
they
think
made
he's
two
like
versions, right? Two. Sorry, part two as well, right? Shovel Knight 2.
there's Shovel Knight. Their villains have their own spin-off games. Like this thing went wild.
Wow.
It got
Okay.
super popular. So
All
yes,
right.
I'm buying this and any others they release.
That's crazy.
And I
It's
have
so
a box.
interesting. It's so interesting on what you buy and what you don't buy.
Yeah,
I
it's
always
ridiculous. It's
I
ridiculous.
try to get inside your head of your rationale
there's
of
no there's no
there
getting in there,
isn't.
buddy.
There isn't. You just catch me off guard every time. You're like, yeah, I'm getting this, and I'm just like, man, I can't read this, dude. Like buying Christmas or birthday gifts must be a nightmare for people
Oh,
around you.
Just is just so hard because there are limited windows
Of
and very
course.
specific. So I'm like, I'm just buying it myself, and I'll give it to you. You can wrap it and then give it back to me. But
There
that
you
takes
go.
the fun out of it. But at the same time, I'm saving you a headache. So
Well, I think for you it would be something that's not even action figure related. It has to be clothes or it has to be something, different that's gonna help you in your day-to-day life because buying figures for you is absolute insanity.
and
There's
then
no
they can't keep it a surprise because I'll always ask, "Did you get
because
it?
you'll
If not,
pre-order it.
tell me so I can either pre-order it myself or like not pre-order it."
Oh man.
Yeah, it's tough, and I apologize, Mom and Jess, and anyone in my family who's ever tried to do this.
All right, so you're gonna get Shovel Knight. Are they gonna make different versions of this?
If they do, I'm gonna get them all.
Wow. Okay, here we go.
Oh, here's a random anime because you mentioned it. So I don't know. This made me angry for some reason. It's the
Why does this make you angry?
I don't know. His version of these figures just makes me angry because they're crap. Sorry if anyone likes them.
Do pre-tell.
Well, I have these ones on the left here. Superposable, Amazing Yamaguchi, All
Oh,
Might.
these guys are a nightmare to pose.
No, these guys are. I don't care. These guys are fantastic, and the
Do you think I
styling.
could? Do you think I can pose these guys?
I think you could just pose them and don't touch them ever again.
You know what?
Didn't you get Arkham Knight
Did
or
I?
Ret? I think you got him.
No, I didn't know. I didn't get him.
Okay.
No, I didn't get him because of that fact.
Okay.
I don't want to get into this thing, but it's funny.
Even their static pose looks nice. Look, he's just standing there. And it looks perfectly fine.
It's funny you mentioned this because after watching it again, I got the itch.
I know you did.
Yeah, you know me. You know me.
That first Detroit smash. Did you make it to that part where they're training and they do that test?
I have not made it to that part.
Okay, oh man, when his powers get
okay.
There's no spoilers. You know he gets powers. You know he has powers.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
So,
anyways, look at the right.
I saw from Hobby Genki that they're available. These two.
Yeah, I'd at least get those two.
Okay. You heard it here, folks. D has enabled me to get My Hero Academia, so I will put an order in tonight.
I'm curious if you'll end up liking the rest of the show. I like the first seasons a bit more, but
I can give you guys. Well, since we're going to talk about anime next week, I can bring that up.
Yeah.
How is my progression going with the show?
I find animes are hard sometimes.
Look at that, Otaku. We are going to talk about anime next week.
See, we accidentally derailed again, and it's fine.
Yeah, we'll talk.
But no, anime. I'm not a fan of this figure. Just why?
See, now you know how I feel about DC figures from McFarlane.
It's a nice cheap alternative. I would be saying that if they all scaled accordingly. But Deku shouldn't be the same size as All Might. That doesn't make sense. Maybe he's like a tad smaller. He comes up to like his cheek. That doesn't make sense.
Honestly, like this is a great. The price point is cheap though for people who want to collect it, right?
Yeah.
So for me here, I feel because people have different budgets. Everybody has different budgets for figures and collectibles, etc. So if somebody gets the McFarlane figures because that's what they can only afford, and they love the show and they got something to hold on to while they watch the show or represent it, good for them. The price point for McFarlane, I'm never gonna say negative things about it.
Mm-hmm.
They try to keep it as low as possible, but you gotta get the scaling right at least, right? I mean, like,
I think they're getting better, but these were his earlier figures, and they were just awful in that aspect.
I'm tired of hearing about getting better.
Yeah,
it's not hard.
Yeah, no, that is fair. Like, what? There's nothing to
scaling you don't get. Like, it's not hard. You shouldn't get better. What you should get better as paint apps and articulation. Those are things that people can should patiently wait for the evolution. DC. That's why I waited over a year for them to improve on their scaling and paint app and articulation for DC figures, and I was not seeing any improvements. In fact, I was seeing setbacks where they improve on something, then they go back to the old mold. Yeah. And I was just like, yeah, I don't know if I could do this because this is crazy. Like, I don't want to start collecting this line and all of a sudden they just keep going back and forth and do whatever they want. So that reason why I kind of walked away from the DC line. But, it's just, I don't know. How do you not understand? One is taller than the other. I don't get it. It's crazy.
I don't know.
All right.
That's just what bothered me about it. And
enough with the rant.
Oh, you also mentioned you're the sports guy.
Yes.
The starting lineup. And they got super premature with the countdown.
Like, I don't know.
Was this at 100 before?
Honestly, I don't even know if this is going to be figures. It could be NFTs. Like, who knows what this is going to be? Could it be just cards? Because they got Panini and the NBA involved. So Panini is known for their sports cards. I mean, I could be totally wrong here, but I don't know what's going on here. There's been nothing, and we're going to wait almost 80 days to hear this? Why? Who's clamoring for this? Like, I don't know.
There's
This is,
building hype, and then there's just letting my interest just wane away.
like there's only these are going to be 6-inch figures.
The
Let's
starting
hope so.
lineups. The starting lineups.
Yeah, let's hope so. Omar says they're going to be 6-inch figures. Okay, Omar. But my thing with this is, do you think that Hasbro's reaching out to too many lines? Because for every success you have, you're gonna get a dud, and you're gonna lose money on it, right? What did Omar say here? Panini America blog, they have a whole article. Okay, cool. We'll check that out. Thank you. Look at that. See, we got free information within seconds.
Are you, as a sports fan, excited for this? I
So
know your space is
yeah,
limited. That's why I ask.
I'm a huge sports fan. I love so many sports, like more than 10 different sports worldwide. Uh, I don't know, to be honest with you, because I did collect a ton of McFarlane sports figures. I at one point had over 500 sports figures from McFarlane, from football, baseball, hockey, basketball. I had a ton of them. So I don't know if I want to go back to that era again, because space, like I said, maybe if I don't know if they're gonna get Jordan, because Jordan has his own rights and things like that, and McFarlane had a hard time with getting Jordan figures
No,
licensed as
really.
well. Yeah,
I mean,
they
I
had.
forget that like Jordan is Jordan. You can't just.
Well, when you say NBA, it
Yeah.
doesn't include Jordan.
Yeah.
Jordan is on his own, right? So when McFarlane got the NBA licensing, they got everybody except for Jordan. So they couldn't make a Jordan figure, right? So
Even
that's why,
getting a hold of him is tough.
yeah. Well, Mayfax, I was surprised, got the Jordan figures that they made, but it was only him, and then they got LeBron and Kobe after, I believe. But I don't know. We'll see. Hasbro is a big company; they might be able to pull Jordan in. But if you don't get Jordan in your lineup, like, come on, like, I don't know. LeBron is for sure going to be in the first lineup here for their first wave, but we'll see. We'll see how it is. I mean, I could always use NBA props, like to make a basketball net. I could use that for photography, for other stuff. We'll see how it goes, and when we get the pictures, we'll talk about it. It'll be interesting. They went with NBA, which is a safe bet.
Yeah,
Go
you
with
can't
NBA.
really
Go
can't
with
really mess that
NBA.
up.
Yeah.
And then the last topic is one I think you're excited about it. I mean, I can't imagine you're not. Did you back this?
Yep. I
And then
backed it.
they've been unlocking their tiers, and then you mentioned today they revealed her,
The female
yeah.
troop, yeah, which I'm very excited for. I can't. I would love to have more female troops to balance out the whole. If I'm taking pictures, I want to have a bit of everybody, right? So I might order another one just to get another one of her.
Yeah, it's a shame. You think they'll single pack her?
Well, they're gonna make a variation of her. They
Yeah,
won't make this one because this is gonna be exclusive to the
exclusive.
backers.
Yeah, but I hate when it's an exclusive figure to a Kickstarter or a HasLab, and it's just the one. Same with the Sentinel. You got those Bastion figures, I guess. Who was it?
Yeah. I think these are cool. I love the design of them. I love the accessories. So I'm gonna get another one because I'm gonna open one and probably keep one sealed. And I hope that they make variations of this character because it'd be pretty cool. Yeah, definitely getting that, and it back so quickly. It was
it's surprising compared
insane.
to the Star Wars theme. Unfortunately, I don't know. Is that still ongoing, or did it finally fail?
Nobody cares. Nobody cares. I don't even want to talk about that. That's such a waste.
Yeah,
it's a waste of
unfortunate.
Time. They got a million things that they can make into HasLabs and decide to make the sword of a character that just came out and nobody really cares about. Some do, but not a lot. You got so many other cool things you can make. But yeah, I can't wait for this. It's gonna be so cool. Yeah. Next year.
That was a nice final figure to look at. I'm not a big Joe guy like the rest of the people in our group, but I think she looks pretty cool. And as a side note, I have Hobby Genkai open for after the podcast. I didn't know that site existed, but I'm going to browse it after.
Yeah, it's a fun site.
Yeah.
I recommend it. I've have heard good things about it from other collectors, so that's why I jumped on it.
I like when they have I don't think this one does because I didn't look at them. I don't want to multitask. That's rude. But when they have used figures on their sites, I know some of the import sites do that
Hmm.
because then I can find older ones I've missed. So we'll see. I'm going to be on there for a few hours after.
I
It's a
remember
rabbit
a
hole.
few hours.
It's a
Oh
rabbit
god.
hole. Well, when
Okay.
the thing has like 200 pages, I was like, yeah, okay, I got some time to kill. I'll fall asleep to this.
All right, let's get on to our next topic.
So, what do you want to do? Therapy or TV talk?
TV talk. Let's do TV talk.
So, the three we were discussing before were Stranger Things, Umbrella Academy, and The Boys. They are very time consuming. So, I honestly haven't finished
Yes.
every
Great,
season.
great. Yeah, great word. Time. That's a good line there. Time consuming.
You
Yes.
need to sit down and focus. I can't have this as a any of these as background shows.
These three shows are very different from each other. Very different. And if you don't pay attention to these shows, you're not gonna pick up the little things that connects the story, the larger scope of the story. So you need to. And I can't understand why anybody wouldn't want to pay attention to these three. I think all three have their strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
Uh, are we going to get into right now? Like, do you want to talk a little bit about them, or do you want to get into what I would rank them?
We can discuss them all. Yeah.
Okay,
Now,
well, go ahead.
it's funny you mentioned like you need to sit down and focus on them because the first time I was watching Umbrella Academy season 2, Jess is like, "What's this?" I'm like, "Oh, it's my show I watch." And then she watched it. She's like, "Oh, this is cool." I'm like, "Yeah, it is." And then she's like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "Okay, we're gonna go back to season 1
Wow,
because I don't have to."
you went all the way to season one.
Yeah,
Okay,
I was
okay.
on like the last
Good for you.
episode.
Good for
Yeah,
you.
I was fine with it. I love that. Um, Stranger Things was a little harder to watch, and it's not for any negative reason. It's just I don't know. It seems slower paced. It was less chaotic for a world built on alternate dimension demons. They weren't as chaotic as like the Umbrella Academy, where they're all flailing around and can't come up with a solid plan because that's just how they are. And then the boys is a whole other level where I don't
Oh,
know what's going to happen, and any one of you could die. Like no one is safe in this
yeah.
show.
The boy is so overrated, like R rated. Like it is way above R rated. Is there another level above R rated? Like extreme R
I
rated,
think
right?
they reached the like tipping point of it. Like they took it to the max. Like we
Yeah,
have this rating. We're gonna
they
use
were
it.
so close to getting banned. Let's put it that way from being on any platform.
The first episode, I was like, I can't. There's a scene where they try to
Yeah,
find a soup. I'm
yeah,
not going to spoil this, and I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I need to fast forward this because like I don't like I cringed and I was like, oh, that sounds very uncomfortable.
Literally was a pain in the you know what.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, the boys is how do I even put it? Like it is like a flamethrower, right? The boys is like a flamethrower, just always blasting out flames, ridiculous every episode. If you're into that, if you're into like craziness and violence and all of that stuff, like I mentioned before, it's a great show. An Umbrella Academy has craziness, but in a different way.
it's
It
just they're
just
so
it's
dysfunctional
a
that
dysfunctional, crazy family. That's what it
yeah.
is. And if you like that, then great.
Now I'll start with Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Were you were super excited for it?
Yes.
Did you like the ending of the previous season?
So I thought season three was the weakest of the four,
Me too. I
and I was
couldn't finish it
worried.
originally.
I was very worried for season four until I saw the trailer, and then the creepiness came back because that's what it's supposed to be creepy, right? And it started coming back, and I'm like, okay. Then they announced and they showed the main antagonist, and I'm like, all right, we have something here. And I just finished watching it, and I'm not going to go into details until our pre-recorded Stranger Things recap. But I had a big smile. I was like, "This is what season one was all about." You know, like yes, like you guys. realized the mistakes you made in season 3 and said, okay, it didn't work out this way. We're not going to keep doing this. Let's change it around. Let's give some of these characters a different approach. And they did that, and they did it so good. I really, hats off to the writers and the directors for recognizing it, whether it was the people backlash, talking about it on social media or not, or they recognize it themselves that the change has to happen. They really did a good job of flipping the switch.
Is there what pulled you into this? Like, is there a favorite aspect of the show that made you keep watching, or was it just I need to find out what happens? Like for me, for instance, when I first watched season 1, I was like, okay, whatever. Like this is an it type of, and then
I like you're just like, whatever.
whatever. But
Netflix biggest show ever. Whatever.
No, like season 1, like when they first announced it before all
I
the
was
hype.
in awe. Were you not in awe?
I was. That's what I'm saying. Like when they
okay.
announced it, I was like, oh, this just seems like it. And then I watched it. I'm like, okay, like all these kids are fantastic actors. I like their dynamics. They all play off each other. There's fabulous character development. Like someone who is a villain in 1 is my favorite character currently from season 2 onward. Like
really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
And it's not like I'm gonna kill you, villain. Like he was just an antagonist.
Yeah,
He's a minor antagonist. He's my favorite character now.
Okay.
I love just the character building. I love the relationships between them all. Some good, some bad. I'm not sure because nothing's perfect. So I think season 3 would also be weak for me, and I don't know why exactly. I don't know.
Because I think they started veering away from what season 1 and what the stories and the characters brought in season 1. They were veering away from it too much. They tried to do this whole I don't know if I want to give it away. I mean, they try to, or not give it away, but say it in a way that doesn't make some people happy. I felt that season 3 was more about pushing away the 4 pillars, right, of the season 1, which is the 3 the 4 bros, right, and then having 11 come into the picture in season 1. So you had the 4 pillars, and then you had her come in, which is the main character now. I just felt that the story was trying to push away the 4 and have her more center stage, and it was more about her. And I don't mind that, but I just felt that they were getting robbed of some of that. And then some of the new characters that they added, I don't know, they didn't
pull you in. It's funny that you mention it, because at first she barely spoke, and she was just like,
yeah,
I'm not going to say she's a side character. She's obviously part of the core team, but her actions and mannerisms depended on what the dudes were doing. And then when she
was mimicking them.
Yeah, when she got more self-aware and became a regular person, it focused on her, and she became like the poster child for the show, which is fine. Yeah. She's the superhero.
Yeah.
But it's funny because it reminds me of another show I watched, Call XY. Same thing. They find a abandoned kid in the forest, and it turns out he's basically 11. And then he became the super smart, normal guy with telepathic powers. But what I liked about season 4 is Max somehow became like the mascot of the season, and I'm okay with that. It's just like everyone has their turn, and it's not on purpose. I think people just gravitate to a character, and the popularity skyrockets because of how they're written, because of their character development.
Well, 11 is supposed to be odd and the black sheep of the crew.
Yeah,
she's not supposed to be blending in and mixing in with them. She's supposed to have this aura and weirdness about her. That's who she is, because she's not a normal human being. So she has to stick out. And I think season 3, they try to blend her in and make her one of the cool kids, gonna go shopping in the mall and stuff. Like, yeah, you could do that, but she needs to have she has to be that weirdness in her, because that's what made her so compelling and mysterious in season 1.
See, it's hard to write that though, because sooner or later people are like, okay, we're getting old of your like your tantrums are getting ridiculous. Why is Hopper dealing with this? Why are you just shattering windows all the time? No, you can't eat waffles every day, all day. Like after a while, it starts to be cute. I mean, I can. That's what I do. But I'm a flawed person.
A flawed person. It's funny because I Bobby Brown, I think that she is going to be a superstar in Hollywood because I've seen her other shows, and she's a phenomenal actress. I have pegged her already as a
Yeah.
superstar.
Oh, even on talk shows, she commands
Yeah,
the room.
yeah. And I was talking to my wife about this when we're watching, and I'm like, she's going to be the next superstar in Hollywood, and she's like, why? All she does is scream. And then I'm like, you're right. All I've heard her is do scream, and I'm like, that's not true. Come on, But she is right though. For the large part of season 3 and 2, I think she was screaming a lot, right? So yeah, you're right. It's hard to continue that character without
Yes, I
having.
think your wife summed it up. She said she doesn't do anything. She just
Yeah,
is weird and screams a lot.
I'm like, damn it, she ruined everything for me. And now I just every time I see the episode, I'm like, oh yeah, she does scream. But no, I just think that season 4 they really got intelligent with their writing. They're like, we need to step it up. One of the things and I'm not going to get into any more than this last topic here.
It's hard because you're like, oh, I can't say that because this
Yeah,
is spoiler territory.
one of the things I will say is some of the loose ends from 1, 2, and 3 are not explained as well in 4. And I'll leave that right there because I'm going to get into it in our special episode that we're going to do of recapping the whole season. I'll get into it more. But yeah, it didn't do a good job, in my opinion, in explaining some of the other reasons and things that happened in the previous seasons.
Season 3 ended on, I'm not going to say it ended on a bittersweet,
Mm-hmm.
like it was better. It was a bittersweet ending, right? Like it wasn't like, oh no, this villain popped its eyes out. I can't remember.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, so
Well, I think that a lot of the villains that were in 1, 2, and 3 didn't, to me, didn't really make a whole lot of sense.
yeah,
When you watch season 4, you're like, well, okay, what was the point of all of that? And we'll get into it more
it's
deeper.
like just like leaks. Just like
Yeah,
they're pests. They're pests because of a bigger problem.
yeah.
But we didn't know about the bigger problem until now. Now I was saying that because, like I said, season 3 had a bittersweet ending, but I was never worried for them
Mm-hmm.
at the end of that season. Meanwhile, the boys and Umbrella Academy, I'm like, these guys could just die. Like this ending is clearly a cliffhanger. Like we're
Who did you like of the characters? Who did you like in season 3 of Umbrella Academy?
season 3. I liked 5 and
See, I don't
Luther
even
was.
remember who's who.
See, 5 was the time traveling smartass.
Okay, I do. Okay, I do like him.
His acting's phenomenal.
I also like the gentleman who is always trying to drink and get wasted.
Oh, Klaus.
Yeah, with the Hawaiian shirt, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I love him. I absolutely love that actor and the character. It's so good.
I had my ups and downs with him. I get tired of bumbling idiots. And I'm like, they can't count on
I
you for any.
apologize, D.
No, you're great. But like you can't leave him with a task because he'll mess it up. And then I realized that applies to every single one of them.
Yeah, they're all a version of him. He just drunk more.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
And I was like, the writing of the show is so good, I forgive it because in other sources of media, that's one of my biggest gripes. My characters ask stupid to progress this plot, and it's very frustrating and tiring. But here, I accepted it. Now Jinx, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say that a lot of people on Twitter and social media, YouTubers, they've been really trying to be negative about this season and this the show because of some of the changes, shall we say, happened in the show with one of the actors, and also how the show tries to show diversity.
Mhm.
And some people have been very negative about that. And to me, I watched the show. I didn't.
It felt organic.
Yeah, I was just like, okay, cool. Like
It didn't bother me as
It didn't take away from the story. It
Yeah.
didn't try to shove it down your face. Where hey, this you need to know about this. You need to know about this character. It did it for a little bit and then it moved on, right?
I don't even call this a gripe. My one thing is though, you signed on to play a version of a character.
Yeah.
The writer shouldn't change that because in the real world you decided to do something else.
Yeah. I remember you mentioning this
Yeah.
before.
So
Yeah.
like as an actor, you're supposed to act. They're not
I
supposed
think
to bend.
I think that's where the people are upset is
Yeah.
like the story changed because you um kind of forced their hands in a way.
Yeah.
I
It'd
don't
be
know.
the same thing.
I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if the
No, they
actors.
could just like the writers could be like, oh, this is cool. Let's just do this. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
So me, like, I didn't. I don't want to say it made it.
It's not even bother. It doesn't bother me at
The
all, to be honest.
character itself is, in my opinion, one of the lower ranks of who I care about in the show.
Yeah.
And it's nothing against the actor or the character that actor's playing. I just don't consider her or him or whatever, however they want to be called, as one of my favorite characters in the show. I already mentioned my two that I like,
Yeah.
and there's others that I like more than that character because I don't know. I just that's my preferences, right? But having said that, that character story is that her as a part of the family is important. The whole family is important to each other, and they need each other. I didn't mind what the decision they made to make some changes there. It didn't bother me.
Yeah.
It didn't bother me in terms of the overall story.
Understandable. It didn't bother me either. I'm the same way.
and then,
And I don't know the reason why they changed it. Like I said, the writers could have thought it was interesting and adapted it.
yeah, what's funny is the people that have issues with it rave about the boys. The boys go all directions. They don't care.
Yeah.
Every crevice they can crawl in, literally, they do it. And so I go to those people. Well, you got no problems with that, but you have a problem with a character in Umbrella Academy? Come on, people.
Yeah.
Give your head a shake.
Yeah.
Like, it's just ridiculous. But yeah, Umbrella Academy, I think it's worth watching if you want to see some crazy family, a very dysfunctional family, if you want to see that.
Who's your least favorite?
Ooh, good question.
Least Mine's favorite. Allison. She's very annoying right now.
Yes. That's the
I heard a rumor that
yes, yeah. I heard a rumor that she should be leaving the show.
I'm like, why you just like? I understand you are in a bad situation right now, but in season 2, you didn't even talk about this bad situation. You were fine with your life. Like the thing that she has a problem with that's causing her so much inner turmoil didn't even exist. And then she goes back home and is like, oh, I need my blah, blah, blah. I need it back.
Yeah, I'm really glad that you brought that up because I kind of forgot about that because I was so focused on the other topics. But yeah, she really annoys me. Like, I don't care about her problems because she's so annoying. And I think they didn't know what to do with this character.
It's funny, the
because
lack of power
number
use.
One's got the love interest.
Yeah.
Which I absolutely love. I think it's awesome.
I love that. He's just so sweet. He deserves happiness. And then he goes back to his family like, oh man, you need to get away from these people because they're dragging you down, man.
Yeah, I absolutely love his storyline. But yeah, with her, it's just like, shut up. Just be quiet.
Yeah.
Like,
she's spiraling.
Yeah. And I don't know, maybe there's a reason for her, but yeah, we'll see. They did leave off with the big cliffhanger. I have not seen the final episode yet. Okay. I'm gonna watch it this week, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. The boys. You want to talk a little bit about this?
Yeah,
the boys.
I'm always at the edge of my seat. I'm waiting for. So this is me the entire episodes. I'm waiting for Homelander to do something or Butcher to do something. I'm waiting for one of them to just snap further and further. And that's all it is. I don't know because I think one scene he's gonna do it and then he doesn't, and then one of them will just freak out at the smallest thing. Like, here it is, it's coming. Oh, you're very pleasant. Next scene, bam.
I'm waiting for what is the new guy, the Jensen Ackles place?
Oh, Soldier Boy.
Soldier Boy. I'm waiting for him to turn his back on these guys. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm not trying to give away any spoilers, but I have no idea. Like I said, I haven't watched the latest episode. But can you imagine all the work they've put in, right? And he's just like, "See you around, boys."
Yeah.
Oh man, that would be hilarious. That'd be so good because, I don't know, like I look at the team that they have assembled, Butcher and his sidekick. What is his name again?
Who,
The
Huey?
Huey. These two are drug addicts now, right? Like literally. And I'm, if you're wondering what I'm not trying to give away too much spoilers here, but I have to talk about a little bit of some of the stuff here.
Yeah.
They're a bunch. They're the two of them are a little bit of a drug addicts, the literal addicts, and the other guy, the gentleman, the French speaking
Oh,
Frenchie,
Frenchie. Yeah.
and then the other gentleman, I can't
Mother's
remember.
Milk.
These two don't stand a chance.
No.
They need to get with the program.
Yeah.
They don't like seriously. What are you gonna do to beat like?
Well, last season I was like, "What are you guys gonna do? How are you gonna get out of this?" They got lucky. Period. The end. Like they got lucky.
Yeah,
That's how they survived this whole time. That's all this show is. It's them getting lucky, luckier and luckier. Someone comes along, is like, "Here's the answer to your problems," and that's okay. That's okay. Like
but at
that's
some point, they need to understand they need a level up
yeah.
if they want to have any chance of getting revenge on any of the characters that they hate, right? So yeah,
It's a long con, cat and mouse, no one's safe type of situation. They're basically waiting to die. They're just trying to stay alive as long as possible.
yeah. They did renew for season 4 already.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what do you think the max this show should go? 5? I might fall off after 5.
It depends. I don't know how long I can watch this cat and mouse thing.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's gonna get like just go down the trash, but I don't know. Like eventually I get bored of that kind of stuff.
Like Soldier Boy is a good character to bring on. It kind of juices up the show a little bit more. But I mean, how many more are you going to keep bringing on where it becomes stale?
Yeah, exactly. It gets
right?
things get stale for me. So
Yeah, it's just like, oh, another character you're going to bring on. Okay, cool. Season 5, we're going to do it again. Like at some point, you're going to say, okay, let's put it to bed now.
yeah.
Or make a drastic change where Homelander's no longer in the picture and somebody else takes his spot.
Yeah.
You know, there's got to be some sort of dramatic seismic change in the show for me to continue watching 4 and 5. So yeah, we'll see. Or they finally have a weakness like Superman has kryptonite. Maybe they find a weakness for Homelander that they can use anytime to subdue him. Right?
I wish. Well, this isn't fair. The comic had a very big twist, and I was excited to see that, and the show didn't do that. So that's a shame. But at the same time, it's nice to see something new. I'm excited to see where they go with it.
So long as they don't take too much away from the characters.
Yeah. I mean, the comic was just as chaotic as this with less character development. So I can't really complain. It was just like a slaughter fest every page.
Okay, so I'm going to rank them. 1 being the best. Okay, so number 3, I'm going to put Umbrella Academy at number 3.
Mm-hmm.
No, not because it's season 3. It's just my ranking. So number 3 is Umbrella Academy. Number 2 is going to be Stranger Things for me. But it's a close one. Like we're talking about a point away from each other. And then The Boys just edges it out for me right now. I'll get into season 4 Stranger Things on Wednesday when we drop our special video. So look for that on our YouTube channel. It's going to be pre-recorded, so we're going to drop it. And I'll explain why I consider it number 2. Number 1, The Boys. It is insane. It's just an insane show. You don't know what's happening. I mean, you understand what the story is about, but you don't know what's going to happen in that corner or the next corner. It's insane. Things are happening all over the place. Best show for me on any streaming platform right now. So number 1 is The Boys. I'm waiting for you to watch all of these 3 fully, and then I want to hear your rankings and see what you say.
I thought the finale of Stranger Things was phenomenal. I skipped ahead and I just watched that. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go watch the rest now. Because everyone was
How do you do that?
Everyone was talking about this song. I was like, okay, what song and scene are you talking about? And then I watched like, oh, that was beautiful. And then the finale episode came out for part 2, and then the same song came on for a different scene.
I don't know how you did that. Like, how do you just, like? It blows my mind that you would go forward.
Because I didn't expect to watch it at all, but those two scenes made me care about the show.
Oh man, that's crazy. You're like a
Three,
prequel lover.
three turned me off from it. Those two scenes redeemed it.
All right, let's get into our final topic of the day.
Yeah, you thought of this, and it was, what was it?
Uh-huh. So, we were talking about what our topic would be for today, and I was just like, we always, have good days and bad days in life, and sometimes when we have a bad day or not so great day, we always reach out for comfort food, or we go to a place where they sell comfort food to make us feel good, make us feel warm and fuzzy and all that stuff. But what if we, we're on a diet, and I'm talking to me here. What if we were on a diet or we didn't want to eat, and we're collectors here? So what if we had comfort figures? What are some of the figures that you would reach to kind of brighten up your day, to kind of put a smile on your face? What are some of yours, D?
There was a time, and I still kind of do like them. Blind boxes. It might be because as a kid I got Kinder Surprises,
Ah,
but
okay.
as an adult, like there was these Ninja Turtle blind boxes, and I was like, okay. On one of my trips in Hawaii, I was bored at
I
this
see you're
mall.
holding the best turtle of all.
I
All right.
accidentally picked him up. I got
No,
a
no,
blind box.
the world is telling you something.
Yeah, I was killing time waiting for my friends to shop. I went to a store to pick that. I'm like, oh, I got Raph. That's pretty cool.
He's holding Raphael, by the way.
Yeah, Raphael, this blind box. I was like, oh, okay, he's kind of cool. I want the other ones. And then I bought like 7 of them.
Did you get all of them?
I got all 4. That was a miracle.
What are the doubles did you get?
I got 2 Michelangelos, 2 Casey Joneses, and I can't remember the rest, but I did get the 4 turtles.
I guess Raphael you didn't get a double of?
Maybe I did. Let's see. What do we have here?
For those of you who are listening to us, I will describe what D is doing. He's currently opening a giant shoebox
Of just blind boxes.
filled of toys in it.
I got 2 Leos.
The turtle that nobody talks about.
You don't like Leo?
No. I don't. I love all turtles.
I got 2 Mikeys, but they have different faces too, so I don't feel bad. I got a Splinter. I eventually, when I got back to Canada, I went on a hunt for the rest.
That's crazy.
Slash. And then just in general, I like just like smaller.
Oh, that's Boo, right?
Yeah.
So they make all the figures that size.
And this, like, these are different brands, but
oh, okay.
Yeah, I just have them as like work desk buddies, basically.
Cool.
And I don't know why I like them. Maybe because they're cheap, and if like okay,
they don't take up too much spots, and they're cute and cuddly. Oh, that looks cool.
Broly, Vegeta.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I like my import figures, like Figure Arts and
of course,
Mayfex. But these are just quick and easy. Just go find something catches your eye. I expanded
it. What do they retail for?
Back in the day, like they were like $6. Now I go to a store and they're like $14.99. I'm like, no, thank you.
Whoa.
I don't know why they got popular and then the price is raised. I was like,
whoa,
this is disgusting.
That is bad.
That's disgusting. So I don't mess with those anymore. Ooh, I have all the turtles I need.
$14.99 for cute and cuddly. No thanks.
No thanks. Same with Amiibo though. I used to get them when they were $9.99. Now they're $20.
Yeah, I got duped at GameStop to buy a few of them. I thought my kids would love them because they love Nintendo, and my kids don't care for.
They don't care about that.
I was just like, oh, great, okay. I just bought like 6 of them for no reason.
So I did like those, and then I saw a cheaper alternative of, I think they're called Totakus. So sometimes I grab those.
It's Tasmanian Devil, one of them.
one's a grizzly bear, one's a Tasmanian Devil. I don't know how you think they're the same.
They both spin, don't they?
No, not at all. Are you
no?
crazy? No. Oh, Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot's who you're thinking of. Crash Bandicoot does the turning.
Yeah. He's the wannabe. He's the wannabe.
Okay, there you go. That makes more sense now. The first time you said that, I'm like, what is Elva talking
Yeah.
about?
Sorry, Crash Bandicoot.
No, okay. And they're both from Australia too.
Oh, yeah, there you go. We have to find out.
Tasmania. They're both in the outback.
Let's find out who came out first, and then call the other one a copycat.
WB did.
There you go.
Taz did.
What else? Like you can name drop them. You don't have to show me everything that you have.
What else do I have? I got Q figures. Basically, they're the same things. They're all in front of me. That's why I keep reaching. These are a little bit more because they're
And
statues.
anybody in the chat also, if you got a comfort figure that you absolutely love messing around with on a rainy day or a day that you're not feeling that great, let us know in the chat. I would love to hear some of that. All right. Oh, of
Basically,
course, Sonic. Of course, you had to ask Sonic.
basically tiny figures that I could just
Wait,
like
who's the yellow guy with the
Super
spikes?
Sonic.
I didn't know that.
He's basically like a Dragon Ball Z ripoff where they power
Okay,
up.
okay. That makes it.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I saw that. Yeah, never mind. I think I saw
Um.
that.
Yeah. Blind boxes are tiny figures that I could just like
What
sitting
about like
down.
the regular figures? Something
Like
that is comfortable.
I see. The thing is, people would say legends. No, those don't comfort me because the price raises. Trying to hunt for them.
Yes and no.
I
Certain ones maybe.
I
I
don't get a
say
sense of when I get them in my hand. Like I'm relieved to get them, but it's not an enjoyable experience anymore.
that's a strong statement there, my friend.
Yeah. Like before years ago, I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna go to Toys R Us today. I'm gonna find this, and this. I'm gonna display them and pose them. Now I'm gonna go to Toys R Us. I might see it. If I do see it, the price is disgusting.
I really miss those days.
Yeah, right.
I really miss those days where I can waltz into a store and get what I want.
Comfort figures that
Yeah.
I own would be legends because I have characters from my childhood that
Any
make me
specific
happy.
one or specific ones?
Surprisingly, Nightcrawler. He was one I
Okay.
didn't expect to get. I had a Toy Biz one and it was just outdated. I saw the new one and I got super stoked to get him.
Anything
It's
from
a random.
any other lines? NECA?
Those gave me a headache too, man. But the movie Turtles,
What about
I love them. So many
Yamaguchi?
good memories. Yamaguchi, those are easy to get, but they don't have the same.
They don't bring comfort to
They're not. They're
anybody.
not comfort. Like
They're
there's no,
frustration.
there's no. I tie the comfort to probably my childhood. So the NECA movie Turtles. The reason why those minifigures hit close to home is because they're cartoony. Reminds me of Saturday morning cartoons. They're stylized. Um, there's the retro ones like Street Sharks,
Ooh,
which I love.
those are your weaknesses.
They are, and I'm
Biker,
so like
Mars, mice from Mars. Those are your
yeah,
weaknesses right there.
those types of like anthro, just animals with attitudes and just like laser guns or motorcycles.
Earthworm Jim.
Yeah.
Oh man, you'd
So
be all over.
I think that sums it up. Like retro characters.
Okay.
That's comforting to me.
I've got a mixed bag of things that kind of give me comfort. I don't know why. Well, some of them why, because they're some of my favorite characters. Recently, I've been noticing that I've been fidgeting around a lot with this Mafex Brown Wolverine. I don't know why. I just reach for him every time I just want to mess around.
You were super excited when he was announced.
Well, I had the yellow one, right? And
Yeah.
then I bought this because I just wanted the different colors on him, and I didn't care. Because I was under the impression it's going to be the exact same figure as the yellow one, but it turned out to be different. The claws are different, right? And his cowl looks a little bit better.
Which suit do you like more?
Oh, that's a tough one. I do like the Jim Lee era one more, but this is a close second. Like,
Yeah.
this is really good. But yeah, I just started messing around with this one day, and he happens to be on my table. Any figure that's on my table is a figure that I really like to mess around with. That's why they stay on my table. Otherwise, they're in one of the shelves, right?
Yeah.
So I have that.
That's a good point too. I have certain figures around me that I just need.
Yeah, you just mess around with.
When I'm
right?
working, I just like type in and.
I've got these two guys here that I mess around with. Who doesn't mess around with these Spidey-Mans? I've got the
such
retro.
a pain to find. Such a stupid pain. I think I got
Who,
mine
this
from
guy?
you. No, the retro Spidey.
Oh yeah. I don't even know how I ended up with 4. I gave one to my son, opened one, and have sealed one on the wall somewhere here, and another one that I have in a box that our buddy Brad is trying to get me to sell it.
Which one? Oh, another retro.
Yeah, yeah,
Don't
he's
sell that. He's crazy.
uh, yeah. Well, he's selling it for a decent price, so
Okay, fine.
I do have two, so I can't complain. He's like, two is the max you're gonna get. We're gonna sell the rest. And then I have this here,
I do like those.
Super Seven.
I
I
do.
just love the fact that you could tuck his sigh right there,
Yeah,
and you're good. Like this is the ultimate Raph, how he should look, right? What did iTube say?
they need to
iTube
do a
says,
Humberto Ramos Marvel Legends movie. I do like that artist style. Same with Joe Mads. Like they have very, I don't know the word, over the top, like biceps that just explode out of the shirt. Like they are cool. I like Joe Mads art a lot. I liked him, and I think he did
I'm not
Avenging
familiar with
Spider-Man.
these two artists, so I don't know.
I like them. Check them. Check out their art sometime. Um, the Superman. I was gonna say, is Superman not one of your therapeutic ones? Oh, there you go.
Yeah, he wasn't in the beginning because he was so fragile. But then remember we were talking about did I get the second version or not, and I did end up getting the second version by complete accident.
Yeah.
And the second version is a lot better in terms of the build and the look, especially getting the S properly done. So and the cape is a lot better. Just feels more natural, the cape. So yeah, he does. He has a permanent spot in my desk area. And the one that really, really I love, I don't know what it is. I absolutely love this figure. Is the Peter B. Parker from SV Sentinel.
I love him
I
too.
He is me. Just give me a cup of warm tea and I'm good. I'm comfortable. I'm happy.
Is that his default pose you have him in with the mug?
He will forever have this
Yeah.
cup in his hand and he'll have this face where he's got that all look, right? That all look in his face. I don't know. I absolutely love. I bought two of these figures because the pictures that I saw him, even the 5 o'clock shadow on him,
Yeah.
I love everything about it. The eyes actually sparkle
I
when the
thought
light.
the Mafex one was like be all end all, and then I saw this one. Like, oh, all right then.
I have all three. I have the
Yeah.
Legends ones too, and I like all three of them. But if somebody said to pick one, it wouldn't even be a close contest. This is right here. I absolutely love him. I love the lankiness of him. This is my Spider Man. I love Spider Man being a little lanky, right? I've always loved that about Spider Man. And yeah, man, like I'm so happy I have him. I bought the deluxe version times two. I love the gargoyle that he sits on top, and he's got the newspaper. Yeah, this is my. These all of them that I showed are my kind of my comfort go to figures to mess around with, just to like it's funny because you get like for myself, and I know you've got a quite a bit of big collection. I've got literally hundreds and hundreds of figures, but it's the small group of these ones on my table that I always reach out for. Don't get me wrong, I love a lot of that's on the shelf, but
Yeah.
it's funny how you always go back to certain figures over and over
Just to like
again.
even pose them. Like, hey, this is
Yeah,
like I want to pose him like this today.
yeah, it's just yeah, you always go back to the same ones, right? Another constellation is this guy right here, Doom.
Oh yeah.
So I've got that addition cloth cape that I got him on him, and makes a world of a difference the cloth cape because he can actually stand and not fall over.
I hated
Right?
how like the back popped out and his chain snapped on some of them.
Yeah, I love this one because the chain is you can
Yeah.
loosen up the chain and tighten it up too. So I absolutely love that. So he's just a consolation guy. I've got a throne for him where he just sits on the throne there. So yeah, I mean, you gotta have some of these comfort figures because that's what it's all about, right? Like they're supposed to give you joy, right? And
Yeah, I don't want to look at them and get mad. I remember how hard it was to find you. So
what's that?
there's a lot that I just get angry looking at because I remember how hard it is to find them.
Oh yeah, I know, man. Like
Just like
sometimes you get
trauma.
stressed. Like GI Joe is the stress of my life.
Yeah.
Getting GI Joe figures was crazy the first year. I was literally losing it. I was like, why is it so hard to get these figures?
There's
I just
there's a week where a large populace was freaking about the Arctic storm shadow. I'm not a joke, guys.
oh
So
yeah. I
I
I had
woke
a
up one
hard
morning
time.
and just Reddit exploded. They canceled my order. They canceled my order.
That was me. That was one of those people. I had pre-ordered day one, and it was
Yeah.
all canceled.
Yeah.
It was so frustrating. I was fortunate enough to meet somebody on one of the GI Joe forums, and they sold me two of them. There was a markup because he had to make his money, and I get it. But at the end of the day, it was way lower than what people were selling on eBay for.
Yeah.
Like way lower. So I'm like, yeah, I'll take them, and I got two of them, so I was happy. And like he sold both of them sealed and shipped it to me at a very reasonable price. I was quite happy because you're not going to get a sniff of that character ever
No.
again. That's
No.
gone. And I hope they never ever do that ever again because that's just ridiculous. And Amazon's been much better about it now. Well, I don't think Amazon has anything to do with it. I think it's Hasbro that's learned their lesson from the backlash that they got.
Yeah.
But had they done it right, they would have. I think a lot of people have already walked away from that line because of the year or two of this nonsense. Even right now, people are mad because they've got all these figures and they're hoarding it at a warehouse for whatever reason. Then they're going to ship it all at once. Great, but why are you making people wait a year to get a figure? It's just like you're doing the whole Mayfex thing now,
Oh god.
right?
Yeah. Don't even get me started.
Yeah. But yeah, comfort figures. I mean, it's awesome to have some of these. A bonus. We want to talk about a little bonus here of content. I heard through the grapevine online, through various platforms, that Warner Brothers is looking at doing not one, but two Superman reboots.
Yeah, I was curious when you mentioned that. I'm confused.
I'm very confused too because there's rumors that the Superwoman or Supergirl is going to replace Superman in the new Flash movie as
Whenever
the
that's come.
if it's coming,
Yeah.
if it's coming, and that person would be the first Kryptonian on Earth, and then Superman would come in after later, and that would be the storyline.
That's a weird change.
That's one of them, and the other one is they're just going to completely reboot it and still have Henry Cavill as Superman.
Okay.
Which, okay, yeah, sure, I guess. And then I don't know, like I don't know what to think of. Like for me, it's just like I'm sick and tired of hearing what maybe here and there. Henry Cavill is my one of my favorite Superman to actors to play Superman, and they just keep wasting their time with this guy. He's not getting any younger. If a movie takes 3 to 4 years sometimes to make,
They're squandering his like they obtained him and they're just wasting him, like you said.
he's at his he's at his optimal acting days right now. The best period of his acting life right now. He's what is it, late 20s, early 30s, and they're squandering these years away because they can't make a decision and
Yeah.
go with it.
If they take too long, they're gonna have to make a Kingdom Come movie where he's just gray.
Yeah,
And this
he's gonna have the grays on the side, right?
Yeah, so
Like, I mean, that's the direction we're going at. It shouldn't take 5 years to make a decision on making a movie. In those 5 years, you're gonna have probably 3 Batman movies already done.
yeah. It seems like WB is using their films as experiments. And that's okay. Like the Batman turned out to be great to some people. I know some people hated it. Same with the Joker, another experiment. Like do whatever you want, I guess. It's your money and your time.
Well, they're also talking about doing Superman in different universes.
Yeah.
So they have multiple Superman. That just sounds like a cash grab to me. We're
I
trying
don't
to use the name to make more money off it.
it's funny because they were refused to do some things like, oh, we can't have Batman in what was it? Peacemaker because it will confuse it because of the Batman film. But now you're talking about doing like several Superman movies at the same time. Like, isn't that going to confuse audiences too?
What I don't understand is why can't they make a universe where all these characters exist? Why does Matt Reeves Batman only exist in his own universe? Well, people are like, oh, he's grounded. Okay. When was Batman not grounded? Batman's a human being with money. So he's always going to be grounded. He's not going to
I
have.
I think they're just going to keep him like they're going to use all the human characters and maybe Bane will be a strong guy, but no superhumans.
I watched that movie and I have no problem with Vane injecting steroids to grow himself a little bit.
Yeah.
No, we're not talking about like a grotesque amount or something, right? But adrenaline to give him a little bit of push. I don't mind that you sneak that into that show it could work if you do it right. I mean, Christopher Nolan did a grounded Batman. But if somebody said Mr. Freeze walks in with a gun and starts shooting people, it wouldn't be out of place
To some
if you
it
do.
would, and that's like it depends on the director too. Like
But
they all have their
why
visions.
do a Batman movie or a Batman show or a Batman anything if you're not going to use his rogue gallery? That is what he's known for. If you
Because
can,
you know how people get. We're like, this is my vision. You're like,
yeah,
okay,
Matt
well
Reeves has his own vision. I get it. Yeah,
you
but
took an
that's where what
established character and you want to do your own vision. Fair enough, but you're gonna anger a lot of people.
but that's where Warner Brothers has to have a Kevin Feige at the helm saying, no, you're gonna do a version that's gonna encompass and make us a lot more money with more other tie-ins.
Mhm.
Because that's how you get the ball rolling. You gotta tie all these movies in
Maybe
and
that's
make
what this new verse is. Like you mentioned, they're doing two at the same time or one after another.
yeah. So does
Maybe,
that mean that Matt Reeves Batman ends up in this verse out of nowhere?
yeah.
Maybe, right? But I mean
Or
it's
maybe
a
they have
whole
like the grounded movies and then there's sci-fi movies.
yeah, maybe. But I mean, they need to get something going besides Batman. iTunes goes, because it's Batman and nobody beats Batman.
It's got all that prep.
Yeah. Um, yeah, so I just I don't know, just get a Superman show or a movie going. Or sorry, not a show, movie going. It's embarrassing that you're such a marquee character, world renowned superhero, and you can't get it off the grounds. It's uncalled for. Like when you have Flash flundering about, I
No,
mean,
they
what's
need to
gonna
get rid of
happen
that
with
guy.
that? What is gonna happen with that movie?
Isn't it direct to TV now? Direct to HBO
It should
Max?
be directed dumpster, right? That's what it should be. I mean, if I am all the people that are behind that movie, all the other actors, all the supporting staff and everything, I would be just livid with this guy saying, this guy is costing my career.
Yeah.
Because some of these people are probably rookies in the industry or this their first time landing a big gig like this, and they need that in their resume to further their Hollywood, career. And to have this guy basically light a gasoline on the whole movie, just light it all up and burn it down because he's already made his millions. What does he care? Right? It's just crazy. I don't know how they can bring this into theaters with all this.
I mean, they're just gonna have to. Not a three. They're just gonna have to release it. Period.
I
Like,
think what the game plan with these guys is they're just like, let's let the dust settle
yeah.
and see what happens in 6 to 8 months.
Okay.
In that 6 to 8 months, let's see how many times he screws up again. Like, I think he's gonna do one more stupid thing eventually.
Oh yeah, he is the next. There's always one. There's always like a diva who's just a mess. He said Lindsay Lohan.
What about Lindsay?
That's what he's comparing Urza Miller to.
Oh,
Because she had her. She was like the teen star, and then she spiraled as well, and just tries to kidnap random kids and be weird. But can't these people just be happy with their millions and their
apparently
status?
not. Apparently not. No. There's always a problem with the world, even
Yeah.
with the millions. But what's surprising is Warner Brothers didn't go and just grab him and put him in house arrest and say, "Shut up, sit here, be quiet. You're being paid a lot of money. We have a lot of money invested in this movie that you did. You are going to sit here, and we'll bring everything to you, and you're not going to ruin or jeopardize this movie that's coming up."
People have
That
been blacklisted for less.
yeah,
Megan Fox was blacklisted because she said something about Michael Bay.
Gina Carrera.
Yeah.
Right?
Andrew
So
Garfield
yeah,
had his dispute.
it's okay to have an argument. It's okay to
Yeah,
have a dispute.
and then they get blacklisted though. Not blacklisted, but they're like, we don't want to work with him anymore.
Yeah.
Spider-Man's done. We're done with him. Like, oh wow, okay.
What is that gentleman, famous actor that was blacklisted because he got drunk and said something?
Oh wow. Why
I
don't I
can't remember.
understand? Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He's so famous too. And we
Yeah,
don't. He
I totally.
he he played in that the Scottish movie. I can't. My mind. I cannot believe I do not remember this famous actor's name.
Oh geez, I'm gonna have to look this up.
He was a director for The Passion of the Christ.
Yeah. What is wrong with me?
Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Thank you. JL, you saved the day. Mel, I can't. Oh man, that looks really bad.
No, it's Jess too. She's gonna. Oh, now I'm gonna hear it after this.
Yeah, there you go. See. Thank you, Jess. Mel Gibson.
Thanks, hon.
Mel Gibson said some crazy things. I'm not here to say what is right or wrong. On oh yeah, Terrence Howard. That's another one. Yes, right. Yeah,
Oh,
he wanted
he
more
lost.
money,
He
and
lost
then
his
like
role in like War Machine. That could have been his just
that's the
money maker.
worst decision he ever made.
And
Is
then
it not? Is it not the
yeah,
worst decision he
because
ever
they
made?
started putting War Machine in everything after that. Just cameos and cameos showed up on the Disney
Don
Plus
Cheadle is
shows.
just like, yeah, make it rain.
Sometimes he didn't even have to put the suit on. He's like, "Ah, I broke my legs. I'm not. I'm not fighting anymore." But he still has scenes. He still has screen time.
Terrence Howard went from movies to that Fox show. What was that stupid Fox? I shouldn't say stupid. For me, it was stupid. I didn't care for it, but I guess there was a following because it was around for at least 5 seasons.
Yeah.
But he went from that to that. I was like, wow, like dude, like you screwed up bad because he was an up and coming star. You know, he made a couple of movies that were just really good. I guess he listened to his like he got greedy or his his agents talked him up to the big game and yeah they
Yeah.
just nixed it.
There's two sides to the story, and I still don't know the truth. He's like, they took my raise and gave it to Robert Downey Jr. I was like, well, yeah, he's a star. He's like, but they couldn't give me what I
Iron
was
Man
owed.
is the one on the title. It's not War Machine and Iron Man. Right?
His agent should have just been like, shut up, just shut up.
Yeah, like dude, like hey, listen, you're gonna get a ton of screen time,
Yeah.
and down the road, if you're doing well, they might spin off into your own TV show or movie, which they just did.
Action figure likenesses.
Yeah, T-shirts, all kinds of stuff, appearances here and there.
Oh, wow.
Like now they're doing a War Machine spin-off on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Guess who's gonna be on there? It ain't gonna be Howard, right? Oh, Terry Crews. No, I don't know about that.
He needs to be careful too. He's making a lot.
That dude doesn't even need the armor, and he's already huge.
Yeah.
I do love me some Terry though. He is awesome. He is awesome. But yeah, going back to Mel Gibson, yeah, he said some things, and he was blacklisted from Hollywood for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that Warner Brothers is going through all this. It seems like every month we talk about this. Every month we're talking about some dysfunctional situation at Warner Brothers.
It's a domino effect, and I blame Urza.
It was Amber Heard last month.
Yeah. They need to get better choices for who they cast.
Yeah. And maybe just make some movies instead of keep spinning the tires about what they might do.
Yeah. See, that's what bothers me. I don't like hyping things that don't exist. Just figure it out and then announce it.
Yeah.
It was cool back in the day when you hyped something and then you've proceeded to follow through with it. But you guys aren't even following through. You're just throwing out ideas and then changing your minds. You look like crazy fools. Whatever.
Well, these two crazy fools are. We've pretty much talked about a lot of things today.
Yeah, I don't know.
And we've gone way past our time limit here. So, but we appreciate everybody in the chat who saved us from, not getting certain actors like Mel Gibson, right? We appreciate that. And all the hellos and the questions. We appreciate every one of you guys. Thank you so much. Do spread the word out for other people to come on here or subscribe to our channel. We are trying to get to 1,000, so please tell everybody, your aunt, uncles, brothers and sisters, your neighbors, to subscribe to our channel and give us some love. So with that, wherever you are in the world or the universe, have yourself a good morning, a good day, and a good night. See you around.
Bye.